And welcome back to our program, the Texas Republican Ron Paul, a candidate for president. Sir, good morning to you, and thank you for spending time with us today. I just want to get this Wiener material out of the way in a moment. What did you think of this as it was swirling around Washington over the past 3 weeks?
Well, I thought too much attention was given to it, and although it's very important, you know, we have other important matters. But, you know, everybody knows that Wiener has had a very, very aggressive personality, and some people liked it, other people did not like it. But I think it is an example of a man that was very insecure with himself, and that's why he was so aggressive. And then to find out of this bizarre activity, I think confirms the fact that he has a problem, and I think he's very insecure in what he believes in and has to strike out. Sometimes nations do the same thing, so I think we should learn a lesson from this, but I think maybe in a day or two we won't be talking much about this, and I think that will be best for us all.
You're probably right about that last point there. Are you surprised he hung on for 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think that just represents how twisted his logic and his psychology is in his own mind. But people like this, people would like to deal with him in a forceful way, but as a physician, I think he probably needs more a psychiatrist than anything else.
Do you think that was all him, or is that also Democratic leadership?
You mean for him leaving?
For him to hang on this long?
No, I think it was all him. I think that was part of his disease that he had, and he had to. He remained aggressive as long as possible because that was his cover. And finally he woke up. But I think when you look back and look at all his arguments before, it was all cover, and the use of aggression to promote ideas, I think, is wrong. But that is all that he had to offer, was the aggressiveness of his own personality.
I know you didn't come on to talk about Anthony Wiener, but I do appreciate. I know I was very curious to get your reaction as a sitting member of Congress. What do you have, 10 or 12 terms under your belt from the state of Texas? Listen, you were all fired up the other night during this debate. I want to roll a clip and ask you about this specific thing now.
Okay. There shouldn't be any government assistance to private enterprise. It's not morally correct. It's not legal. It's bad economics. It's not part of the Constitution. It's a fallacy to think that government and politicians and bureaucrats are smart enough to manage the economy, so it shouldn't happen.
Yeah, your whole point there was to get government out of the lives of the American people. You were also asked if you could name one thing that this president has done that's good for the economy over the past 2 years, and you said nothing. You could not come with one idea. Now, you've had 3 days to think about this. Have you changed your mind?
Okay, now, I finally came up with something. He gave Wiener some good advice.
And that was
retire.
If he were Anthony Wiener, President Obama said to resign.
He said he would resign.
Nothing on the economy.
No, I can't, because he comes from a different viewpoint than I do. He believes so much in government. I believe that the government should be there to protect our liberties, not to run the economy, not to run our lives, and not to police the world. So I'm in disagreement with a lot of people here in Washington because they think that they are destined to run people's lives and run the economy, and for us to be the policemen of the world. So that is the challenge, but I think that's also where we're winning the argument, because the American people are starting to realize that we here in Washington aren't very good managers of their lives, and we're not doing a good job with the economy. We're not doing a very good job on maintaining the value of our currency, and we're certainly doing a lousy job with our foreign policy overseas.
Well, we heard from Debbie Wasserman Schultz yesterday saying that Democrats right now own the economy, and they're responsible now for what she characterizes the beginning of a turnaround. Now, Mitt Romney was on stage with you the other night. He said of the 7 members of the Republican Party on stage, any one of them could do a better job than Barack Obama. You agree with that?
Yeah, probably, but that would only be a matter of degree, because a lot of the members that are running, a lot of the people who are running for the Republican nomination still endorse to some degree the principle that government is our savior and not the protector of our liberties. So yes, they probably could do better, because I think our president is much more determined, and I think he's a very, very principled person that is dedicated to expanding the role of government, and I think that's a little less so with the Republicans.
I apologize, sir. Please come back.